Welcome. Today's lesson is about parallel lines and similar triangles. I know these two triangles are similar, the large one and the small one, because the bases are parallel. They share a common vertex. Since these two lines are parallel, these two bases are parallel, that means these two angles are corresponding angles and congruent. Likewise here and here. Therefore, these two triangles are similar because of angle, angle, angle similarity. If they're similar, then the sides are proportional. Now there's two ways to find the missing length of this side here, or this segment missing here. I can compare long segment to short segment, or I compare part of the side versus the total side. If I use long segment versus short segment, the long segment here is 15. The short segment is x, so 15 is to x, as the long segment, well, this corresponds to this. The whole thing is 14. The short segment is 4. So this long one has to be the difference, which is 10. So the long segment here is 10 over 4. To solve proportions, we do cross products. So 15 times 4 is 60. X times 10 is 10x. To find x, we have to move the 10, so we divide both sides by 10, which gives me x. The length of this piece right here, this short segment, is 6 units. I can get the same answer by using part versus total. Now the part that I've chosen to start with was this. I could have said this was part, but I chose to start with the x, this piece right here. So part versus the total. The total is these two things added together. So part is x, the total is 15 plus x. The part that corresponds to x is 4, and the total is 14. Again, to solve proportions, cross products. So x times 14 is 14x. This times this gives us this. Then we need to distribute. 4 times 15 is 60. 4 times x is 4x. I need to combine like terms, so I have to move this 4x to the left. So I do the opposite, which is subtract. That's my zero pair. And I'm left with 10x is equal to 60. To get the x, I have to do the opposite. Well, that's multiplication. The opposite is division. So we divide by 10, and we get x is equal to 6. It checks. We know that this is correct. Which way's the right way to do it? They both are. It doesn't matter which one you use. Both will work. Here's another example, this time with 3 parallel lines. We're told that these 3 lines are parallel. Now, if they're parallel, the resulting pieces will be similar. So we can set up a proportion, like we did on the last problem. I can compare long to short or part to total, just like before. The long is 15 over 6. Corresponding long to short is 25 over x. Solve, cross products. Gives us 15x is equal to 150. Divide by 15. X is equal to 10. If I do part to total, the part I chose to use was 6, and the total is going to be these two added together, 21. So part to total, 6 over 21, is equal to the corresponding part for the 6, which is x, over the total. The total is 25 plus x. Cross products gives us 21x is equal to 6 times the quantity, 25 plus x. Distribute gives us 21x is equal to 150 plus 6x. Move the 6x from the right to the left by doing the opposite, and I end up with 15x is equal to 150. Then I have to divide by 15, where x is equal to 10. Again, both methods give us the same answer. It does not matter which method you choose to use. Both work. and both are correct. There's one more variation that we need to know about proportions here on triangles. It's called the triangle bisector theorem. You need to write this down. It says the angle bisector, bisect means cut in half, two equal pieces, divides the opposite side into segments that are proportional. So this segment is proportional to this one. This is proportional to this. That are proportional to the lengths of the two sides. So if this segment is proportional to this one, then this segment has to be proportional to this one. Putting it in mathematic terms, this is what that means. Segment BD is to CD, this is to this, as AB is to AC. Substitute what you know. BD is X, CD is 24, AB is 30, AC is 48. To solve this, just like before, cross products. So I'm going to move this 24 to the other side, so I need to multiply both sides by 24. Gives me this. I can put that in my calculator, and I find out that X is equal to 15. I'm not done yet because I ask you to find segment BC, which is this entire side. So BC is equal to BD plus CD. BD we just determined was 15. CD we knew was 24. The sum of those is 39. So the segment BC is 39 units. Please go to Edmodo, find lesson 2.41, and complete the check for understanding.